The Knicks never looked better than they did earlier on, getting off the bus and getting ready for action. Hi everyone, greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the sideline. So the New York starting five. Towns is out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then it's Bridges. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Thomas in at the one spot. And for Minnesota, sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Freak in at the one. This contest has the potential, Clark, to be very exciting. Two teams that can really run up and down the floor and run up the scoreboard.
Yeah, you know, if one of these teams gets really rolling, Kevin, they might be able to take advantage of this one, but I agree with you. When you talk about these teams, I'm anticipating and even hoping for tons of lead changes.
Here's Towns. Here's Robinson, and tonight he sends it right off the glass. Goes up with it again. Towns, no luck. Look at Minnesota, they took the win in their last game against Houston. And a wide open look for Freak. And coming off an assist from Randle.
Fantastic decision-making big. Randle with the right choice there, finding the open man.
Here's Thomas. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
You know, that's a quick 0 for 4 now. At what point do you call the timeout and reset?
Shot by McDaniels, no good. Knicks have gone 0 of 4. This is their first 4 field goals. Thomas, no luck.
Rough patch here. 5 straight misses to begin the game.
Here's Edwards. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
When he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And the basket by Thomas.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
For Minnesota, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Right at the free throw line, it's hauled in by Thomas.
There wasn't much defensive resistance there, guys, but somehow he blew it anyway. Missed opportunity.
Here's Towns, and he uses the glass on the lane.
You know, that's on Towns showing that he has the physicality to beat the contact. Defense has to do a lot more than that to stop him.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about. Threatening with that attack.
Bridges finds Thomas. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. The Knicks shoot their first free throws. Here's another. The first one falls. The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And Kevin, you can tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction. And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And for the Knicks, they're shooting well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. Down low. And Towns, the bucket on the assist by Thomas.
Towns has a rare combination of size and skills, and you know, when he gets the rock in the painted area, good luck trying to stop him. He's dangerous down there.
Now, here's McDaniel. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Here's Freak. Off the mark there with a three-point shot.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Robinson misses.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
By Edwards.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. Got to have some skill to pull that off.
He's got plenty of those, that's for sure.
Yes, indeed. Let's just call it ladder climbing.
Awesome rewind, courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
Towns slamming it down to show the defense exactly what he can do. That was a pretty prominent move by the Cat.
Now here's Freak. Really played well against Houston in this last outing. They recover it. McDaniels in the post. Robinson on him.
Oh, you got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Brunson, good.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Hot loose. Outside Edwards. Now here's McDaniel. Defended by Bridges. Brunson against Edwards. Just 5 on the clock. Jones. McDaniel got his second basket of the night. And so Thomas will bring it up for New York. Their last game, a win against Boston, hoping to carry it into this one.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good now.
Well, I think it was a combination of things, quite honestly, but the defense didn't really offer them a challenge all night. I agree with that.
Here's Randall after the made shot from Carl Anthony Towns. Here's Free. And too long on the shot.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Thomas against Randall. Robinson kicks to Brunson. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Offensive rebound. Here's Gobert. They had a number of cracks in it, but came away empty-handed. And the points coming for them now, Greg and Bunches.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like.
Thomas dishes to Robinson. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Thomas got his 4th assist in this one.
And creating a little separation here, gaining confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team.
And last season, they made short work of this club. 2 games, 2 wins.
They may have wished for more games against them. Definite disparity in talent. We'll see if they take advantage again tonight.
Thomas, that's good.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Now here's Freak. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. Edwards, that's good.
Tell you what, he's 3 or 4 now. Looks like his game's on offensively.
Brunson against Edwards. To get open is Robinson. Shot him to there. Brunson's got 6.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
I had a chance to catch up with Chris Finch. He wants his guys to focus on jamming the perimeter shooters. He wants hard closeouts, no room to operate. He knows what this team can do if you give them any space on the outside to shoot. They're going to be determined not to let that happen. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Obviously, the 3 ball is a big concern for any defense.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Bridges shot, good.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
McDaniels passes to Randall. To the inside. 6 to shoot. Scooped up. And Gobert hits to McDaniel. A 3-pointer, no good.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Edwards can't hit. The Knicks leading by 14. Bridges inside. McDaniels defending. Here's Brunson. And a miss there on the triple. Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 from 3-point land here in the first quarter. Randall from outside. He can't get that one to fall. So New York will take it the other way. Thomas passes to Roberts. Outside Thomas. Here's Towns. And Towns throws it down.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Minnesota calls timeout. Well, early into the season, it's interesting, though, to keep an eye on the rookies and how they're adjusting, Clark, to the NBA game.
And every first-year player's journey is different and unique. Some come in ready to contribute right away from a physical and mental standpoint. Others really take time to get comfortable and adjusted. So we should not pass any final judgment on any player in 1 year.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Now here's Brunson. Coming off a stellar performance against Boston. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Tons of points off penetration so far, guys. They're driving at will on the defense, just taking whatever they want.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. To stop the run, you can't hit that time. Now the Knicks taking the other way. Now, Anunoby. He's coming off a 10-point game against Boston. The shot's good from Brunson.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And there's that is his first foul of the game. And the Knicks making a change here. Okiki's checked in. Here's Reed. 14 points from him the last game against Houston.
And he also dominated the glass out there. He hit the boards hard and often.
Conley gets the bucket.
There's the unselfishness I like to see. DiVincenzo keeping his eyes up and his options open.
Nick Bryant passes to Anunoby. The pass to Achua. Good for the basket. Starting off 1-for-1 with that shot.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Pass to Reed. Now DiVincenzo. Back to Reed. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Shot clock at 6. 18 feet out. Conley gets the bucket. Conley's got 5.
And he can hurt you at all 3 levels. Mid-range, in the paint, or deep. Conley can spark this offense.
A dunk by Achua.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that. If you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Here's DiVincenzo. The Knicks making the shot. Pass to Reed. Lets it go with the 3. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And he Likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Pass to Okiki. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Stolen by Reed. DiVincenzo with it. He's picked up by Anunoby. Conley dishes to Edwards. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
Got to box out on the boards. When you don't, that's what happens.
Here's McBride. Here's Okiki. No good on the last second attempt there. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Knicks lead by 17. And the second. Quarter of up. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And the Knicks guys have been rolling right along here, haven't they?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
So with Thomas in on the bench, here's the find for Tom Thibodeau right now. They've got Toppin. Green is out there with OG Anunoby. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Achua in at the 5. Here's Green. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
To the middle, there's Freak. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. 22 is their biggest lead. So it's off to Brooklyn after this game. It's the next to look forward to. That will conclude their brief two-game road trip.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be the game where they would get battered inside like they have.
On the wing, DiVincenzo. We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Reed finds DiVincenzo. Freak, and another three from Minnesota.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Green, the pass to Toppin. Hart with it. Back to Toppin. Got it. Good job in the low post. And the Knicks lead by 19.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Feeds it to Randall. And here is DiVincenzo. He is still scoreless so far in this one. Contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll hit to the line. Joe Barry's checked in for Reed.
First personal foul.
And the Knicks making a change here as well. Cameron Haynes checked in for Josh Hart. Well, Clark, here's an interesting stat trend of the 2022 season. More shots are taken from three-point range, but fewer makes on average per shot.
Yeah, the volume has gone up, but the makes have not. You know, more teams are launching triples, and more defenses, quite honestly, Kevin, are focused on challenging those shots. Not surprising to see the numbers trending in the direction you mentioned.
Toppin kicks to Green. Just 5 to shoot. Three-pointer. Anunoby, no good. Timberwolves trail by 17. Now here's DiVincenzo.
Defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
And Shea gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Overall, though, I think they've taken good care of the basketball. That's their first turnover.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. It's stolen, and a fast break now for New York. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. Minnesota's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Inside, and finished by McDaniel.
A versatile guard, DiVincenzo is excellent at getting his teammates in their spots.
Now here's Payne. Not a lot of room. Ananobi passes to Achua. Doesn't go for him. Gobert with the defensive effort for Minnesota. They've gone 4 of 6 in the field during the summer. And Randall throws it down.
Once he has the positioning he wants, he's ready for the big finish. Julius Randle throwing it down.
Tapping kicks to Ananobi. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Last season, he put up about 3 out of every 4 free throw attempts. Last time I checked, I think that's 75%.
Boy, I tell you what, he's really coming to his own this year. I mean, that is an enormous step up from what he shot at the line last season.
And New York making a change here. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Achua. Thomas comes in for Toppin. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Cameron Payne. And Thomas subbed in for Green.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning it into easy point. They have been more dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this game.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, throwing rebounds has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. Gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
Showing us a little bit of everything tonight. Karl Anthony Towns, extremely versatile, taking over at the offensive end.
And there's the pass to Freak. DiVincenzo with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. He gets it in there. And here's Thomas who brings it up for New York. 22 is their biggest lead. Pass to Ananobi. Towns for 3. Up again. And Thomas with the second chance points. Thomas got his 3rd basket of the night.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the back.
Well, it's paid off with a greater rate of second chance hoops. I mean, great effort to build this lead on their part.
Here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
Nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
Thomas inside, and he makes good on the layup. Thomas got 4 points in the quarter.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You gotta keep getting him touches.
In the corner, it's Freak. Here's
to pull off a dunk like that. Randall got a lot of ball, and they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Thomas with the steal. On up the court. Great pass to set up the way-in. Brunson's got 15.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
DiVincenzo passes to Gobert. McDaniels up top. He's guarded by Ananobi. They get a hand on it.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Well, the effort level they've had has been outstanding. Hard to keep a team down when they play with that much energy.
Minnesota shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. And great, just like you, Julius Randle is a southpaw. Left-handed.
Yeah, and, you know, the angles are different for lefties. We operate a little differently. And I think that can throw defenders off. So I'm always going to pull for the southpaw. and they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And that one drops.
And the bulk of the Bears offense is going to come down low. Even if the D knows that, it can still be tough to stop.
Thomas finds Robinson. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. Outside Edwards. Back to Conley. The 10-footer. And the rejection by Town.
Using all of his height to smother the shot completely. Emphatic block that time by Karl Anthony Towns.
Gobert with the block. Out of bounds. Looks ball. Keeps possession. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Feeds checked in. Here's Robinson. And there's the block. Just stops it cold and takes possession. Here's Edwards. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 and to the free throw line.
And since being the first pick of the 2020 draft, Anthony Edwards has not disappointed.
I'll tell you something, partner. The Timberwolves got that one right. Did they ever? I mean, we knew about his nuclear athleticism, but the leadership, the work ethic, the ability to impact winning also have been evident. This is a multi-time All-Star going forward.
Here's Brunson. He feeds it to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
That's serving it up on a platter there. What a nice pass. A high percentage look was the result.
Outside Conley. At the elbow, Randall. Poked away. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. We've heard about player tracking on the court, but now shot tracking is helping players refine their strokes. It measures not just makes or misses, but the arc and the depth, and the left to right direction of shots. These systems provide instant feedback to shooters and help them find the bottom of the net. Kevin, back to you.
Sign me up. That is a fascinating story. David, thank you. Conley, the pass to Reed. Outside Edwards. No one near Conley as he lets it go. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Came into the NBA as an average shooter at best. Conley's worked as hard as anyone to improve his shot. Part of why he's had such a stellar career. Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Handle outside. Pass to Reed. Conley against Thomas. Back at 6. The offensive rebound. Another shot. Reed gets the bucket. Reed's got 6 here in this quarter.
Yeah, they raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And they're starting to heat up in what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game.
Thomas dishes to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly... how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, you can play over the top, I think you got a big advantage.
And group in for the Knicks. A He's checked in for Robinson. Toppin comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. Anunoby, he's checked in for Thomas. And Okeke subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Randall kicks to Edwards. And it's good off the back rim and in. Edwards got 13 points.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
You know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, those hot streaks guys don't last minutes, they last days.
Here's Anunoby. Takes it off the glass. And the Knicks lead by 17.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches used to say, that ain't gonna get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down. He is that old. And he had more than enough room there for one of those trademark slams that he's become noted for.
And Greg, I think once he got that space, you just knew it was going to happen.
So did the defense.
Yeah, right.
And I'll tell you what, he does not squander those chances. I mean, he's always going to punch it home with that kind of chance.
Here's Edwards. And that basket's going to come out. That's the goaltending call right there.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
To the paint. Here's Toppin. And McDaniels with the block. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. The Knicks leading by 17.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yes, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get the ball up the court as fast as you can.
And it's the Knicks with the ball. Inside, Toppin misses in close. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. It's the Knicks leading by 17. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Here with Tom Thibodeau. Coach, what has gone well for your team in the first half?
Started making plays, play unselfishly, force the defense to shift, attack, get downhill, then make a play.
Your guys followed the instructions to the letter. Thanks, Coach. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of play, it's been a one-sided affair. Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. The first half was all about Karl Anthony Towns. He ended up with 22 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 block. It's been quite a night so far for him. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Knicks.
Well, it comes down to confidence. From the opening tip, these guys had that swag. They had the attitude that you can't beat us, we can only beat ourselves.
And Shaq, what'd you think about Minnesota?
Just bad interior defense from them throughout the half. They didn't push around, not protect the field, allow easy looks. That's kind of the deal I love to face. I've had at least 30 by now, guys.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And what can you say? Towns, an impressive effort here.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. Then it's Freak. Then there's Edwards. And it's Conley in at the 3. That's Chris Fitch's 5 as we get into the second half. Thomas passes to Towns. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
This is a big guy here, Towns. I mean, you got to foul him a lot harder than that to stop the shot. I mean, he's just too strong. Now he gets a chance to add one more at the line.
Daniels is checked in for Minnesota. Edwards gets the Freak. Back to Edwards. For the 3. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
And Towns, the bucket on the assist by Robinson. Towns has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And if he gets looks that cleanly, Gobert becomes unstoppable. He makes good use of his body and just wills himself to a foul.
Well, an awful beginning to this half, guys, missing their first 4 attempts.
Bridges shot good. Bridges has got his second bucket of the night.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Freak kicks to Edwards. The 10-footer. Jump shot is good that time.
Finally gets one to drop after starting the half with 4 straight planks.
Thomas finds Bridges. And another assist for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Outside Edwards. This is it to McDaniels. Stolen by Robinson. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. Edwards with the block.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
And Thomas with the block. And here we go. Brunson heading to the hoop. Lays it in off the breakaway. Brunson's got 17.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
And that was another look at the fantastic mobile one drive that happened a moment ago.
And a drive like that one can be a knockout punch. Great finish at this junction.
Here's Freak. They get it back. Gobert. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. That one is on Towns.
And the length of Gobert can be so difficult to deal with. And that's why you have to be physical with him on defense.
To the middle. Here's Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Now the pass to McDaniels. It's Edwards on the wing. Kicks it to Freak. Launches it. It's rebounded by New York.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down and try to get some easy ones. And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
For New York, they've gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Outside Edwards. Down low, Towns with the steal. Thomas dishes to Robinson. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Randall's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Hey guys, how about the dominant young career Karl Anthony Towns has had?
Very few can dominate like he can, Kevin. Towns is a monster. I mean, averaging a double-double every year of his career so far. So valuable in what he brings to the table.
Here's Brunson. And that basket to his total brings him to 10 for 14. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for New York.
All game long, they've had active hands and really outridden the passing game. That aggression on defense has resulted in a team steal.
The shooting's been great, but also, how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Randall. And they recover it. Pass to Freak and stolen by Thomas. Towns, high post. Another possession, another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
Freak with it. Thomas is there. And it's Freak missing.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing wrong.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And Towns the bucket on the assist by Bridges. Bridges got his third assist on the night. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Timberwolves. To the inside. Freak. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Freak's got his third basket of the night right there. Outside Thomas. And to get open is Robinson. Thomas gets the bucket.
Major dominance, and it comes so easily for him. Fantastic at getting to his spots on the floor.
Here's Freak. And they finish it right away with a good shot. Freak's got 10 points in the game.
That time the defenders were a little lazy getting to him.
Here's Thomas. Double team on Thomas. Towns, no luck. Thomas passes to Towns.
Boy, how do you stop Cat Carl Anthony Towns, an elite scoring talent with incredible size?
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
Really can't criticize the work he did at the line a year ago. 82% on the season.
You know, his performance at the foul line this season might be the first thing he points to as a priority to improve.
Minnesota making a switch. Reed's checked in. And Shea gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
Pass to Freak. Takes a three.
You know, they're trying to chip away at that lead, but their decreased output from the perimeter this half is making it really hard for them.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by DiVincenzo. Left side, Thomas. Dishes it to Robinson. And again, another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
Keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammate.
That's tipped. Brunson against DiVincenzo. Offensive rebound. Thomas kicks to Towns. Shoots over Reed. Trained for 2 points. Towns has got 36.
Among big men, Towns is one of the very best spot-up shooters there is, and very consistent on the catch-and-shoot jump.
There's McDaniels. 5 on the shot. Picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And that's exactly. What they're going for on that shot.
Michael Conley. He's checked in for Minnesota. The free throw drops from McDaniel. And so New York calls timeout. Their first.
Making their way onto the court.
And the whole new rebound level right now for the Knicks. Smooth sailing for New York.
Come on, let me hear you.
Now Green. And Green slams it in.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GE, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Conley against Green. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots it up. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. And for the Knicks, they're shooting so well. The offensive execution has been brilliant. 66% from the field. A shot was good from Achua.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Passes to McDaniels. OTP grabs the miss. To the middle. Here's Achua. The dunk by Achua.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sight.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and one foot.
Conley's shot is off. And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
And Green gets it to go.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
DiVincenzo gets to Conley. Off the run, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And for years, Mike Conley had an interesting time. The best player to never make an All-Star game. That changed in 2021 when Conley was named an All-Star.
For Mike Conley, year 13 was lucky for him, going to that first All-Star game.
And that was the longest wait ever to become an All-Star. Conley, 33 at the time of that first selection, just shows you the work ethic of Mike, always trying to improve.
Back to DiVincenzo. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And the three-point shot of DiVincenzo is dangerous. Defense cannot allow him to get airspace from there.
Anunoby in the corner. And what a play! Just snatched out of the air. Credit the block. Out left to the wing. Conley against Green. They double team Conley. The pass to Edwards. DiVincenzo kicks to Conley.
2 minutes.
Green with the rebound. Green's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Okiki. That shot off. Timberwolves go the other way with it. Pass to Conley. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. Here's McDaniels. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Precious Achiuwa.
Even from over here, you can see that was pretty clear.
No question about it. There's on the contact and a good call by the official.
Randall's checked in for Edwards. He hits the second from the line. And so Green will bring it up for New York. Pass to Achiuwa. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Achiuwa's got 14.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
And you know, Conley developed great vision in terms of the floor, and that allows him to spot an open teammate.
A nice shot by Okiki.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
Passes it to McDaniels. For 3. Knicks with the rebound.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Green against Conley. Shot clock at 6. Back to Randall. Good D by Anunoby. The 3/4 of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. New York ahead, running away with this one. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So with Thomas sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Tom Thibodeau right now. We've got Josh Hart. OG Anunoby is out there with Achua. And it's Green, and it's Okiki in at the 2.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Timberwolves shooting 39% from the floor at their best. And the best to Alexander Walker. Shoots from 12. It's rebounded by New York. Achua's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And with the internet and social media, players Clark has so much more ability to engage with the public and be heard. Is that important?
Kevin, anytime you can empower folks to share their voice, their stories, and be authentic in their own way, I think that's a positive. Player empowerment is something that social media avails, not only to players, but I think to everybody. It doesn't just bring attention to the game, but also causes and commitments players have to their respective communities and issues that are going on in the world. So I think it can be far more good than bad when you think about the platform of social media.
Pass to Anunoby. Rebound by Alexander Walker.
You know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
Pass to McLaughlin. It's stolen by Green. Anunoby passes to Okiki. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials under the call with the fouls.
First personal foul.
And the first one fouls. So New York going with almost an entire new group. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Achua. Karl Anthony Towns comes in for OG Anunoby. Bridges, he's checked in for Josh Hart. And Thomas subbed in for Green. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
McLaughlin, the pass to Ingles. And they'll get another chance.
Yeah, just nice hustle there. That work gets them the extra possession.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chuma Okiki. That's his first foul. Jalen Brunson is checked in for Okiki. And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter now. And McLaughlin gets it to go.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
And that's life above the rim. Courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Thomas. Goes back up. And that's 2 points on the layup.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Well, you know, that's the way it's going to be for them today, fellas. Can't sustain any momentum.
Ingles with the ball. Bridges covering. That one goes in.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
The Knicks have gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Here's Thomas. Towns wide open. That one falls coming off of Thomas's feet. Towns has got 38 points. And just about 3 minutes through the 4th quarter here. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. Robinson passes to Brunson. Poked loose. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brunson. And New York making a change here. Minnesota shooting around 40% from the floor here. Passes it to Garza. He kicks to Ingles. And we've seen not only some new trophies introduced, but Greg, some of the existing ones have been updated. You okay with that?
Oh, I am. In particular, a nice touch to have the previous winners etched into the base of the Larry O'Brien trophy. That's a great way to connect with the history of the game.
Well, as we know, it's here to stay, but people continue to voice their opinion on the play-in tournament format. Where do you fall?
I like it, Kevin. I really do. It's creative. It's innovative. It adds a level of excitement, that do-or-die feel that you sometimes don't get unless it's a Game 7 in the NBA playoffs. I really think it's a good add-on.
And the officials call the referee second violation. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
Here's McLaughlin. And he converts the layup. McLaughlin's got 4 this quarter.
It's never easy trying to keep him off the glass. He's an absolute beast down there.
Brunson driving to the basket.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, our man is going for the jugular.
Well, he only plays one way, and that's full throttle, all day, all the time, cold-blooded and lethal.
And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Here's McLaughlin.
Yeah, clearly. Struggling here with the fouls. And just one more to put him over the
Anthony Towns checked in for the Knicks. Thomas comes in for Jalen Brunson. Here's Garza. The shot will not fall. And New York will come the other way. Payne passes to Toppin. And Toppin throws it down.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Minnesota's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. And here is Ingles. And the call is going to be, yes, it is an illegal screen.
Turnovers weren't a story for him early on, but that's changed. And now they're definitely having trouble keeping possession and momentum.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Clark, Commissioner Silver noted recently, as the league moves to a more selective viewing experience, load management could hurt revenues even further.
Yeah, you know, when more fans can pay to watch individual games, it's a bit of an a la carte system. I think you need that star power every night. And even beyond that, Kevin, I think players, all players, but particularly the star players, have a responsibility to try to show up for work every single night. And that really should be the mindset. I think it goes beyond revenue. I think it's just a matter of principle. If you have a job, you should be looking to perform every time you have the opportunity. I understand rest, but I think rest should probably be confined to practice, not the game.
Thomas passes to Towns. That one drops one. Towns has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Ingles against Thomas. Here's Alexander Walker. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs it right into the screen, and then gets the basketball.
Thomas down low. Ingles covering. Thomas, that's good.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's McLaughlin. Payne covering. They get the rebound. Garza. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
Here's Thomas. And that one's in. He's only missed 3 of 13. For Minnesota, they've gone only 6 of 14 for the field in the 4th. Here's McLaughlin. Payne covering. Left side, Warren. Here's McLaughlin. It's hauled in by Thomas. The Knicks shooting it as well as you're going to see, 67%. Kane can't hit. Minnesota's gone over 3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. And McLaughlin gets it to go.
And he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Kane passes to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's what it looked like to me. I mean, he was way up there.
And even with the ratings going strong, the younger generations often court cut. How does the NBA engage that audience?
Kevin, I think making game action trend on social media, and when big moments happen or maybe a small fee, allow people to be a part of it. It's like highlights, but live.
Here's Alexander Walker. The elbow, it's more. Back angles. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got his 6th rebound on the night. Count it, good. And it's now 26 points for Jay.
You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. He's been absolutely relentless.
The wide open look here for Ingles. Hits it from 3-point range.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Ingles against Thomas. Lays it up off the glass. Thomas got 14 points now in the second half.
Monster quarter for him. He's put the team on his back, trying to carry them to the W.
The pass to McLaughlin. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. 6 to shoot. Teardrop shot, and he comes up with the deuce.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Tipped away, and it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
Knicks substitution. Precious Achiuwa. Josh Hart.
New York shooting a scorching 68% in the game. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Brunson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They're taking it right into the teeth of the defense, and it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
Well, they should be. I mean, it has not been a good performance from that end of the floor.
2 minutes.
Here's McLaughlin. Payne covering. Charity stripe shot. McLaughlin no good. And so it's Payne with it. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. Here's Brunson and the powerful one-handed slam.
And he just punishes the D for falling asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, a little disorganized that time, and the result, 2 points in the luckiest way possible.
Guys, there has to be better rim protection than that, though. Not very good.
And it's Warren with the jam.
But it gets up so easily, throwing it down. TJ Warren making it happen.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for the Knicks.
Their inside game was what secured them to win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And an important milestone for them tonight. They got win number 10.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for James.
If there isn't much else you want from someone, he gave it his all and was rewarded with a triple-double.
Garza, no good.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Now, here's Anunoby. He's starting closely off on the layup. Inside. And the shot by Warren, no good.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
McLaughlin, the pass to Ingles. Here's Alexander Walker. Pass to McLaughlin. Now, here's Ingles. Off target from three-point range. So no problem for New York as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. So long.